Are you sure?
That says so. Welcome back, folks, to A Couple of Drinks with the Clarks. We, of course, are the Clarks, and we are down in the studio portion. We're not in the backyard because there's too much action going on with 3 dogs. But anyway, we are having a beautiful special show tonight. Are you excited?
Very.
I am excited
I've been
for
waiting.
2 reasons. One, we are talking to our friends from number Juan Tequila, and we have a special surprise as well. So, without further ado,
Let's do it.
let's bring in our friends, Rich Espe and Alex Reymundo.
Woohoo!
The studio audience is going bananas. So, guys, how are you? Good to see you.
You know what? I'm a little toasted.
Yeah?
Toasty right now. Yes, I worked in the yard all day long, and I made sure I was finished a good hour 45 before this, and so I was able to get ready, relax, and as I was getting ready, I was sipping.
Nice.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
you don't
I
let
wanted
me
to be ready to
pregame.
have a drink.
Every
with-
time I try to pregame, it all goes to
Listen.
what.
Anytime she pre-games, the show ends up being like 3 hours long.
This is true.
Sounds like my shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
But
Rich,
I had to have a buzz to join Los Clarks. That's
yeah,
your new
thank
Oh.
you. Thank
That's
Thank
me
you.
reaching out to the Latino audience. Instead of a drink with the Clarks, es un trago con Los Clarks.
Oh, you're gonna
I
have
that.
to definitely send that to me in an email. Otherwise, I am gonna butcher that big
I
time.
love that.
And Rich Espe's here.
Rich,
Sorry,
all
Rich.
right.
Hello, Rich.
Rich,
I am.
it's your first time on the show.
It is, and I'm not happy right now because I just learned it's 10 degrees colder in Vegas where I'm at than upstate New York. So that's just unacceptable.
Listen, I gotta tell you, it's a beautiful thing. Today was just like summer. It was like 68 degrees,
Yeah.
not a cloud in the sky. Honestly, it looked like Vegas.
Right?
That's
Sorry,
brutal.
Rich. Wham!
You can't win all the time.
Hey, listen, exactly. Yeah, that's why Vegas
Yes,
is,
you
is
can.
as big as it is.
Oh gosh, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It
So,
was.
gentlemen,
Same weather in Kentucky. Same weather in
is it?
Kentucky.
Yeah, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, Kentucky. I was just down there. I went down to visit some distilleries with the company, and we went to this Louder Than Life festival.
Oh, yeah. I was there for
Oh.
the last night.
Oh, I think I missed you because I went. We flew out the last night
Because there were 600,000 people.
I'm serious. I was like, oh my goodness. We ended up seeing Kiss, Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, and stuff.
That was the
like
night I was there.
Oh, no kidding. Well,
Nice.
how come you didn't like wave at me?
Yeah, I saw you, but it was just louder than life, so I don't think you heard.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to talk a little bit about your company, Number Juan Tequila. Now we've had Rich, of course, we've had Alex on the show before, and we talked about there's the reposado. We talked about the Blanco and the reposado that you sent to us. And first things first, thank you so much. That was awesome. So I said to my wife, it was around Father's Day. I'm like, listen, they sent us the Blanco and Repo. Let's buy the extra Anejo. So we went on your website, took us to Old Town Tequila, and it sent us a beautiful bottle of extra Anejo, and it was awesome. So that made the show a little bit longer with Alex.
I remember that night. I don't remember that Rich didn't send you a bottle of extra añejo, but I like the way you think, Rich. You set the bait with the Blanco and the Repo,
Yeah.
and then the hook.
That's right.
He got me.
Yeah.
And that
Nice.
extra añejo is just really special. And it just, and you going out and getting it like that, it just warms our heart.
Hey, listen,
Aw.
it's a beautiful thing, and the thing that I remember most from the show was the fact that the agave was showing through in every representation that you had, and it was amazing. And you guys are doing some awesome work there with
Matt, that you say that. I love hearing you say that, and I don't remember if I commented to this when you said it stuff back then. But that, as you both, everybody was just talking about how beautiful that extra añejo is. But what the statement you just made is a testament to the blanco, because without the blanco being what the foundation of the reposado and the extra añejo, and anything else we might surprise you with, it's nothing. And that's the artistry of Nestor Rivera at Revesca Distillery there in Amatitan, and Rich and I are just fortunate enough to be, and Ron, fortunate enough to be the team that gets to spread the news about it.
Yeah. And, honestly, I hope Ron's not angry, but the poster I made was the picture of you two, and then like this much of Ron. So Ron was there. Ron was there in spirit.
You know what? He's had top billing many times. He can scoot over for a second.
he can be cropped out every once in a while.
And Matt, part of that is my fault because I'm just so much bigger that I just seem to take a lot of space.
That's true. When Rich gets part of the image, we're losing at least 2.5 people.
Rich, you are preaching to the choir, sir. I myself am a large man, so I always say when we get new products or whatever, and they say, "Oh yeah, we have some cool golf shirts," I always say, "Do you have any man sizes?"
I understand.
Yeah. So
I concur.
So the beautiful thing with your Blanco, your approximately 7 years aged agave, and you do them in brick ovens or is it stone ovens?
Rich, you want to go? You know what? Let me correct something, or not correct something, but clarify on something. 7 years. We should say more when the sugar is what Nestor needs it to be, and that is anywhere between 6 and 8 years on average. Okay. When it's the sugar content that he's looking for, he grows up his family grow a lot of agave that they don't use, that they just sell on the open market as agave by the pound and or the kilo. And but he's looking for a certain sugar content. So I think the better term there is fully matured. It's what he needs it and wants it to be.
Yeah. So that like you were talking about earlier, that's the base for everything. And we actually love that. And the I don't know if you guys saw us. We just did a cocktail with the beautiful reposado. We did.
I did.
It was we named it after Michael Morales from the
I saw
aficionado.
That. Yeah. Who's not really a Mexican. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I had to throw that in there, disclaimer, you know what I mean? But I discovered how to perfect the espresso martini, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, it looked fabulous.
I'm like, you know what? Tequila will stand up to this, and I go, especially number one reposado, and that was like, I mean, it was like coffee, but the tequila and the coffee just married. So I would love to make you guys one of these days.
I can't wait.
This stuff was just, I mean, next level. It was probably one of the top 5 cocktails I've ever made.
Yeah,
it really was.
For sure.
That came through awesome. When I watched it. I was like, boy, he really liked that. And you know what? I'm not a coffee drinker, but you made me want to try that.
So good.
The cool thing is you take the espresso powder and you make your own espresso with number one reposado. I mean, why waste water, right?
Right.
We are the water shortage somewhere.
Yeah.
And then of course your extra añejo. Now that's matured 5 years in bourbon barrels.
3.5.
3.5. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I gotta tell you that itself. Now my wife and I this is our shameless plug. We just started our own cocktail syrup company.
I was very proud of you.
We have created 4 of them, and our next show is going to be the number one extra añejo old fashioned.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
We have created this handcrafted old fashioned cocktail syrup that it's everything you need in an old fashioned. All you need is a 1/4 ounce, and I can't wait to use it with the extra añejo, and I call it the Jalisco old fashioned.
Nice. I like that name.
We were just in Dallas a couple of weeks ago, and we were at the Dallas Cowboy training facility, and a bartender there started making us old fashions. with the extra Añejo, and it was absolutely outstanding. I mean, it was so good. We ended up probably polishing off the better part of that bottle just because it does so well in an old fashioned. The structure of the drink and how well balanced it is just makes it an absolutely outstanding old fashioned.
Yeah,
he's absolutely right. Rich is absolutely correct, and they were so delicious. I had so many that I had to not participate in my my audition as a field goal kicker for the Cowboys. I could no longer. I couldn't seem to keep it between the posts.
That's now. Is it over or is it under? I can't remember which.
They were looking at me for the offensive line, but you know, I knew that's not what they used to.
Yeah, you used to be the offensive line. You kind of just stood there and made a block. Now they got you pulling and doing all this other stuff. So that'd be an issue.
It's not in the cards anymore.
So listen, you guys are awesome. You are on the Tequila Aficionado magazine. Beautiful article about your products. And what's cool is on this cover I see the Blanco, and then there's the Reposado. And then there's the extra Añejo there, but there's this other one in the middle that is I don't seem to have it right. Well, please, as I like to say, please hold.
Look at that box. That's beautiful.
Oh, Nelly.
Look at that.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
This is what I like to call one of the greatest gifts I've ever received in my life.
Scoot over, Santa.
I got to tell you.
What did you say?
Scoot over, Santa.
That's right.
I got to tell you, this is by far, and I've been selling booze for a while. This is by far one of the coolest packaging.
Yeah.
I've seen in a long time. Now let's first things first.
Look at the side of this.
Shout out to Alex's dad, who is in Boston Gold.
Love that.
There he is in Boston Gold. And then you open it up, and there they are, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen, no offense, guys, but this is the portion of the show where I shrink you a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so the fans can see how awesome this thing is. Look at this. This is Juan in a Million Tequila.
It is one in a million. It's beautiful.
Now, it's limited edition. There's only 3,000 bottles. Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh my God! And this, full disclosure,
In existence.
This one is number 544 of 3,000.
Wow, you got a good number.
You guys have overdone yourself in the Clark household.
I know a few people that are going to want one of these for Christmas.
And
their
not only
wives better get a hold of somebody.
and listen, I've also told a few of my buddies that I received this, and there's a lot of tire kickers that want to come over to our house now. They're like, you got a what?
Yeah.
What?
We have some tequila people who are friends of ours that are like, you gotta let me have some. So I bought an eyedropper, which is
Nice.
probably the best way to go. I'm thinking.
Choose your friends wisely. Choose them
Absolutely.
wisely.
So the beautiful thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is it gives you the story of Number One Tequila and how they came about. It's signed by Ron, it's signed by Alex, signed by Rich, and signed by Nestor Rivera, who is their master distiller. It's beautiful. It's got this coin, which is probably one of the coolest things. One of 3,000. Check that out, babe.
I looked at it. It's beautiful.
That's sick. And the box itself has like this like leather, like cedar type aroma to it type thing. I mean, it's this thing is high class. You know what I mean?
Oh, cool.
I don't know. Am I being fanboy too much here? Is that what's going on? But
So Matt, we just really wanted to do something special with the 10th anniversary, and the story behind this, when Ron and Alex first went and work the fields, and we're part of the process. Doing something special on our anniversary, Alex, I think, did an amazing job putting together something that someone can hold on to. You can be very proud to give out as a gift.
Sure.
But for anyone that's a serious collector, we want to make sure that everything started with the juice.
Yes.
And so Alex will kind of go into real quick the story behind this, but the juice behind it, the bottle and the packaging is just icing on the cake, because this is going to be one of those, when you get to try it, it's just very special. It's very rare. You don't see many extra añejos at 9.6 years like this.
Right.
But to be
Right.
as balanced as it is, and just such a tasty product. I know I've got a little now, but I think the story behind this with Alex and Ron, Alex, if you want to jump in on that, it's actually emotional, because this is 10 years in the making.
That's
and not
amazing.
only that, but because of how we age our plants, really you add another 6, 7, 8 years on top of that.
Right.
This is a long time coming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I love Rich Espe. I mean, one of the reasons I love him so much, his opening statement is exactly what I was itching to say as you were welcoming us into speaking of this. It's the 10 years. I mean, everything there is magic. What's inside and the outside, we've made it beautiful. But it's just a big celebration of 10 years of busting our ass, getting the word out and telling people about this amazing tequila. And this particular batch of barrels that we had were when Ron and I first had this idea, as it says in the box. We actually, that time, they've been making tequila forever. They had Anejo there, they had extra Anejo there, they had Reposado, they had pallets of Blanco, not with our package, right? In Regalo de Dios. And so that when we took this on, number one, the first time that they were making Blanco for us, specifically, at that time we were selling, what they had already produced in Repo and Extra. But Ron and I worked the field. Well, we were the jimadores. And the images there of Ron, and we helped load it in the oven, and then we put a bunch of tequila away to age. And as y'all know, it's 9 months on the Reposado, and at that time it was 5 years on the Extra Añejo.
Right.
So we put all these barrels away. That went, hey, this is our tequila we bought now for later, and there was a whole lot of it.
Right.
But there was this one, and we used it. Some of it as Reposado, some of it down the road as Extra Añejo, and some of it down the road when we moved our Extra Añejo from saying 5 years to 3.5, because people were loving it so much that we had to get it to them quicker, and we couldn't wait the 5 years. And that's the God's honest truth. But there was this one little set of barrels that we just left alone and left alone and left alone and left alone. And we wanted to do something with it one day, but we had no idea. And we've just spent this time working our asses off, and we suddenly went, wow, it's coming to be our 10-year anniversary, which made it perfect for this. And the name that we've been able to create about number one, and the story about it, and just letting people know how great it is. We've done enough of that we had a little traction that we could bring something. And we couldn't have done this 4 years ago, 6 years ago. It was timing was almost perfect, like everything that we've stumbled across during this journey. So it's cool. It means a lot to us.
It's a beautiful first. The bottles are cool because they're reminiscent of the piñas, and then the liquid itself is fantastic. But I've never had. I don't think I've had a tequila that's been over 4 or 5 years old. So I'm really excited about this.
Well, Matt, sometimes when you do something of this age, there can be too much vanilla, there can be too much oak.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Things can happen to it. And one of the things that's very important to Nestor, Alex, Ron, and myself is we want to taste agave.
Yeah.
Our tequila, we want it to be the true style, where whether it's our Blanco Reposado, even our Juan and Million, is we want to make sure that it isn't masked, that there's no diffuser, there's no additives, there's no colorings or flavorings. We want to make sure that the natural juice came through, and there's nothing that we have to mask with this. And what Nestor was able to do, so that it wasn't overpowering, to me, and I'm sure you're going to open it in a second, but very complex. The nose, I get agave right up front. but then I get all these little pleasant things that, some of the other people that have reviewed it, I sit there and I go, wow, I got that too. But what I really appreciate is the fact that it is drinking so well right now.
Right.
Well, I'll just say this. And I'll let you open it real quick.
Okay.
We were nervous the first time that we took a drink of it, which was about
10 months
just
ago.
under 2 years ago, a year and 3/4, when I took a sip of it from the barrels while in Mexico. And I was nervous to see what it was. And we were with one of our partners, a wonderful man named John Henner. And he, just like Ron, he loves that extra añejo. And when he drank it, he said, "Oh my God, I like it more."
Wow.
That was a big moment where we just celebrated again. And then right away we realized, well, we got a lot of work ahead of us because we got to put a package together. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this.
Yeah.
And this is the package. And again,
out of
everybody,
park.
this is the package. This is gorgeous. You want one. And by the way, look, everybody, I don't know if you can. I have number 1 of 3,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
I'm number 3, guys. Someday maybe I'll work up to number 2, but I'll take number 3.
But anyway, I just again, we just can't be more excited about this, and we're excited because it's kind of because of a drink with the Clarks and other friends, and they're out there talking tequila. They're talking about this, and it's bringing more eyes to number Juan Tequila. And people are starting to go, "Wow, what is this that I'm hearing about?" And I thought anyway. We're excited. Can't wait for you to open it.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
Please don't judge me about my knife.
Good gosh.
And I'm going to drink it with you. And I'm not opening my bottle, everybody. This is the first bottle that I brought it into the U.S. in. I'll give you a quick glimpse. That's it. That was maybe a design that never happened.
Wow.
But I still have
Can I
some.
see?
No, he gave you a quick glimpse. You missed it.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Oh, there you go. Quick. There you go.
But first, now you understand I have the ability to pause that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm letting you go back and see.
He didn't give you a whole glimpse.
Yeah, I did.
He gave you a
You'll check it out. I know
sneaky
you
peek.
will, but
That's right. Little sneaky sneak.
So now with this, we usually do a tasting with our Glencairns, but this is worthy of. Now, is this your grandmother's crystal or your aunt's crystal?
The one that was upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grandma's.
Okay, this is
Okay.
my wife's grandmother's crystal.
nice.
So
This is my my aunt's crack. Wait a minute. No.
I gotta get this off here.
I'm sorry. This is crystal also. I'm sorry. I play with words. That's
Wait.
tequila
Do
talking.
you have the ability to mute him? You can mute him, right? Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have
love
full
it.
control, Rich.
You're good. It's all good.
Listen, I have not had full control of the show ever. So here we go, love.
Crystal crack.
Oh, sweet.
I should give you more than that, all right? Now,
Pretty stingy.
I am.
He is. He's awful.
Listen, I know
Short
her.
pours me all the time.
Honey, all right, maybe we're not the same.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
Okay.
But look at the coloring on that. Just the color alone is.
Beautiful.
Now
Beautiful.
that is a little bit of a funky glass, but my God, that's gorgeous. That's like golden honey and
Liquid gold
Yeah.
right there.
oh my God,
I love not drinking it and just sniffing for about 8 minutes or so sometimes, and just catching a buzz that way.
I can
I have a
think
dinner
of
in Vegas tonight, and I'll use it as a little cologne here and here. It mixes well with my high karate.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what. High karate. Listen, that stuff.
people be coming up behind you and licking your neck.
Dare
That
to
would be
dream.
me.
That's what I say. Dare to dream.
Yes, sir. Cheers, love you.
We're supposed to sniff it for a few minutes.
I did.
Take a drink.
I'm very excited. I want to
Okay.
try. Cheers,
All
love
right,
you.
cheers, love you.
Ooh,
Cheers,
Rich,
guys.
Did you hear that?
Woo.
Cling.
Cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
so awesome.
Oh, man.
Hey, here's to a drink with the Clarks, and Rich, here's to a lot of hard work, my friend.
You
Hey,
bet.
God bless you.
Thank you guys, for all
are-
your hard work.
you
Thank
guys
you.
are-
Because this is This is what comes of it.
You guys are amazing, and your passion shows through every drop of this tequila. And the just the aroma. I mean, you still smell agave after 9 years. It's not beat you over the head.
9.6.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You sipped it before me?
Yeah, we're taking too long.
I'm chatty.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, Matt.
That's just good.
Oh,
That's just
Oh,
good.
so good.
That's just good. I get so excited about it still. That's just so damn
There is
good.
a little whisper of pepper in the finish, and there's that fresh. I mean, listen, for it to be aged 116 months and still have that fresh agave flavor.
Wow.
I'm sorry, goosebump time. I'm serious. I'm serious.
I love it.
Listen, Nestor is
He's
a
an artist.
genius, man.
He's an artist.
Oh my God. Oh man.
He's an artist.
There's like little hints of honey and almost like a I don't want to say cinnamon, almost like a cinnamon / nutmeg type.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
I get a little dried fruits, but
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah,
apricot.
yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Nothing
almost
is
said
overpowering.
I almost said like your dried pineapple. Just this is, oh man.
It's like when you think that's going to be awesome, it's 10 times more awesome.
No.
than that.
It really is. It really is.
I
Now-
mean, I expected it to be great, and then you taste it, and
Oh.
I'm like, okay, this is beyond great. It is
Yeah.
amazing.
So here's
And-
what
and
you
by
want
the-
is like I've been in the liquor industry now almost 30 years, and I've drank pretty much everything, 50-year-old scotches to pre-Civil War Armagnacs, and there's two things that happen. One, it's rare. There's just not many people
Right.
that are ever going to get the opportunity to try something like this, and so sometimes you're paying for, or you're getting the opportunity to try something extremely rare. But then when it really gets special is then when it also tastes and does all the things you hoped it would. Because I've tasted a lot of really high-end wine and liquor before where I'm like,
Sure.
it's rare. I'm glad I got to try it. Would I actually go out of my way to order it and buy it? And there's many times I say no because the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, as we would say. But with
Right.
this product, not only is it rare, but then you're actually, when you're drinking it, you're going, this is as special as I hoped it would be. And that's
exactly
magic. That's when things get magical.
Again, Rich Espe, well said from that perspective, which just takes me back to the day that we drank it a year and a half ago for the first time. And we were just thrilled because then it was so easy to get excited about putting the campaign together and designing the box and hey, let's look at materials and all the things that we did. And we ended up going, instead of with that little, there's a quick look at that bottle we didn't use. That's the one we didn't use. That's what we didn't use.
Right.
And when it was so obvious to go back to our original design, but every one of those bottles were hand painted. And again, there's only 3,000 of them. And the dude used a roller. Imagine that. No, he didn't.
What?
No, he didn't. No, he just. I made that part
I
up.
believe
I'm like,
everything.
this guy's a genius.
He just dabbed it. But you can understand why I was so excited when we drank it that time. I was like, because it, again, we love, Rich and I and Ron and Jim and Phil and Edward and George and Eric and John and Craig and my wife Terry and everybody's wives, Kim. We love what we're doing. We really, really have fun. And when something like this kind of happens where it's easy to get excited about it, which is fun in what we do, to be able to get excited about new things coming. And we got a couple of other new things coming this year. And I'll let Rich tell you about those in a little bit.
Awesome.
There you go, Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
My hand isn't that big. I'm pretty big.
Well, you
But
said
this
you were a
is our
big dude.
375s.
Oh, beautiful.
375s just hit the United States, and
Beautiful.
this
That's
is
so
where
cute.
this is going to be a lot of fun for us having the 375s, and
Yeah.
we're in 40 states now. We're in
Beautiful.
Canada now,
Beautiful.
and I've got some great news for the Clarks. We're negotiating right now for February to start selling in the great state of New York.
No kidding.
There you go.
about that?
I
Awesome.
like it. I like it a lot.
The 375s are going to be fun because Rich phrased it best one day. He said, "Look who got a little brother."
And you know what's great? I'm sure
great.
it fits right in your cup holder in your car.
It really does. Well, no, it doesn't do that. We don't encourage that, everybody, unless
we
it's
do
your
not
golf cart.
encourage that.
Unless it's your
Jokes.
golf cart.
Yes.
But,
Oh, yeah.
But I got to tell you, I've always, Rich gets upset with me because I can't help it. I drink out of the bottle. I drink on stage, and that's the way I enjoy. And I love that we have the big mouth on them for that. But now this little one, the bigger ones always felt like a canteen, but the little one's just like flask size,
Yes.
a healthy flask. And I love
That's
them.
awesome.
And I'm excited. That's what I was drinking the Blanco out of earlier.
You know,
So those will be available to folks now.
I gotta tell you the thing going back to One in a Million. This is 80 proof, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but it's 80 proof, and you can drink this. There's zero burn.
Right? Zero burn.
Zero.
Zero.
And you know what? Now that we've been speaking for a little while, you can tell how it's opened up as from where it was, 7 minutes ago. And
man.
it's
And
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
And we're so excited about it. And again, everybody, America, everyone that's wherever you see the Clarks, whether you see the Clarks or Los Clarks, it's there's only 3,000 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of those are already gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's here, and one's there, and then one's
Yeah.
number 3's over there. I could probably guess where number 2 is.
I think I might know where number 2 is also.
I know where number 2 is. But look,
I love
after
you
we
guys.
started that, I knew somebody was going to say that.
remember, I'm not the comedian. I'm the good-looking model. I'm the
Yes.
spokesmodel. So
You're the eye candy.
So
I
the
love
thing
it.
is,
We drink a
there's
lot.
only 3,000 bottles. It's the holiday time. It's right
Exactly.
before Thanksgiving, and it's now getting into stores across the country. I know in California it's going crazy,
Yes.
and
Okay.
it's starting to happen in some other states where I'm starting to see all the activity around it. And our phone, I've been on the phone the last 2 days with people saying, how do I get it? Where do I get it? Here's where I live. How do I get it? And we've made it real easy. Go to our website. We have links where you can get it, have it shipped
Yeah.
right to your house. But then wherever you're at, if you go into your favorite liquor store and say you want to have it, the states have gotten their allocation on this, and it's going to go really fast. So if you're a collector or if you have a friend that likes it, they need to jump on it quickly. Have them check out our social media, check out our website. We have a lot of history and a lot of things that we're doing to call out the authenticity of this brand. There's a lot going on in tequila right now, and there's some other people. What you're bringing to this is education. But to me, more than that, you're also bringing a fun energy behind it, because this is alcohol. This is supposed to be fun. You're
Right.
supposed to be
Right.
smiling. And when we talk to people about our brand, it's Ron White and Alex Reymundo. You're allowed to have a little bit more fun with our brand than maybe someone else's. We do not take ourselves very seriously. If you haven't noticed, we take our tequila very serious.
Absolutely.
Our awards, the press that we get around this, but we want people to smile. We want people to do what you're doing and just love what they do, because we love what we do.
We do. We do.
Well, we know so many people that have definitely become tequila drinkers, and they will appreciate this. And I think when Matt and I were talking about this earlier, for me, it's always about, what are you going to do with it if it's just sitting there and you're not sharing it and you're not enjoying it? And I can't even imagine a bottle of this sitting down here or upstairs or wherever and never opening it after tasting it.
Yeah.
How could you not want to drink this and share it and experience how wonderful it is? Everybody that comes to our house that we share this with are going to be like, oh my God, that is amazing.
There's a line at your door forming right now.
Yeah.
Well, you
Go
know what?
around.
Yeah. The ring doorbell is going berserk.
Yeah, go around the back.
as as Ron always likes to say, we're looking for consumers, not collectors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to have another surprise right around the corner for you. Not just the 375 different size bottles. We got more surprises coming,
Cool.
and
Beautiful.
we're just going to keep making beautiful tequila. And as you said, all these people being turned on to tequila, I love it. I love it because just if you're within a 50-foot radius of me, anywhere I'm at, chances are I'm going to make you taste some tequila. And people start to discover it and why it's just a better choice and achieving a buzz. And then they just discover how fun it is. And I love that, all that. And guess what? There's a lot of people talking about tequila, not just us, other people that have started their brands, and God bless them for bringing awareness to it. And I love it because the more people that talk about tequila, the more excited I get, because that means I have more people to talk to and have fun and share this with. And I'm excited because you know what? Not everybody does the things that Nestor does. And I can, I'll put this out there, opening on the Clarks. I challenge any tequila, and I know there will be some that are just as beautiful as ours. But I challenge any tequila brand that that somebody's put out there recently, put it toe to toe against mine, and then tell me what's amazing tequila. And I'm being bold, but you know what? I think we can be. I think we can be. And again, there's some tequilas that I tried a new tequila the other day I'd never heard of, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I liked it just as much as my Blanco, and it was a Blanco, and I was like, this is beautiful. Yeah. It was beautiful.
The one thing I said when I tasted the Blanco at first, Rich had sent the Blanco and Reposado to us, and about a week or so later, he goes, "Hey, what you think?" And I immediately said it's and I think I said this to you, Alex, on the show last time. This is like an old school tequila. This is the way tequila should be. Yeah. You've got a lot of stuff out there right now that is just doesn't have as much flavor.
They're trying to get to home plate sooner, and I get it. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You can buy some really nice things somewhere, and no offense to Walmart, or you can go get something at Walmart. That's not a cut on Walmart. That is just a cut on certain products.
Right.
Sure.
I was at Walmart yesterday, but
got to get your deodorant somewhere.
Yeah. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful tequila, and again, people's palates are different. Some people prefer the Highland tequilas, which are more floral. I personally prefer the Lowland tequilas, which are more earthy. So maybe somebody will taste it and they're not used to that. But for the tequila and from where we're making it, it is absolutely gorgeous. And I think my excitement shows. I'm excited to talk about it.
It's great to see.
And I love drinking it.
It really is.
But get it quickly, because it is going to go fast. The collectors are going to be all over this.
I got to tell you, when we tasted this, and I'm an old wine guy. I've been selling liquor and wine for years, and you can tell the terroir of the area through a great product, and I can tell that this is just very well made, very well taken care of, and the flavor profile of this and the actual agave that shines through just blows me away. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a tequila like this in my life. And I mean, obviously it's one and it's one in a million.
Well, and Matt, to our point, we wanted to make a juice that when you looked at the box, you would go, wow, I hope this is as good as this looks.
Yeah.
And then when it was all said and done, frankly, I think our juice outshined everything. And there's not a lot of products like that can say that.
Absolutely.
And there's the eagle, baby.
I know. Love that.
Because Alex, you see behind me, I have tequilas. I have a lot more in another room. But when Alex comes to Vegas, we'll run out and buy tequilas, and we'll sit and we'll try it. We're looking at the styles. And there's, like Alex says,
we're doing research.
Some amazing tequila. And then there's other companies that are taking a lot of shortcuts, doing a lot of things, trying to get an unnatural flavor characteristics that they're looking for. And right now there's a lot of groups and there's a lot of people talking about what's going on in tequila. And it's great being put in the same conversation as, the Fortalezas, the Tequila Ochos, the Tears, just the fact that we're in those conversations that's what we always wanted, because we're so proud of what we're doing. And you showed it earlier. That's Alex's father on the bottle. It's Alex's father on the neck. And, and it's our name on the box. And there's so much pride behind actually making sure that what's in the bottle outshines the actual bottle. And there's many companies that can't say that.
Yeah.
Right.
When Rich talks about us, drinking together when I go to Vegas, and it's homework for us, and it's fun to do, but it's really exciting because, we're out there just like everybody else, tasting tequilas, and we always we smile at the fun we're having, but then we look at what we're drinking when we taste these new bottles, and then we were like, we still win, and we try to be critical, and again. The other day, I tasted a Blanco that I thought was every bit as delicious as mine, and I was blown away. And so they're out there, everybody, and we're Juan.
Yeah, yeah, and also too, like you were talking about the highlands and the lowlands and stuff, and that's what I was speaking to with the terroir. There's different flavor profiles, and it's not just the one note of the agave with tequila. There's so much more, especially with the master distillers. There's, these guys can coax beautiful flavors out of whatever they want, and depending on what barrels they use. I mean, it's such a major process that people just think, they turn on a spigot and here comes tequila.
Yeah,
not even close.
No, and again, it's the Blanco, and that word you're saying, is that a root word of tierra, dirt, soil?
Terroir, basically, it's French for like the land.
The soil, exactly. Yeah. In Spanish, it's tierra, and that's I should make that point, and I think I've told you guys this before. When he harvests a field, he leaves that field dormant, or his family leaves that field dormant for a season so it can recoup. So. Again, I think it's as far as that, because the dirt is what it is, which creates the agave that they have, which he won't pull it before it's ready, and then his process and the Blanco, and then we get nice barrels. We make sure we get quality barrels, and it's a whole lot of work for a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. We love it. And listen,
well, you can tell
we are definitely fans, that's for sure.
It's beautiful. It's exceptional.
Cheers. Yeah. Hey, happy birthday, Patty.
Thank you. I need a little bit more.
Of course you do. I told you.
I drank all mine.
and I'm gonna have to try some of your mix, because that drink you made last week. I was down in Austin a few weeks ago, and I had a bartender make something similar to that, and it was so tasty. And as you can see, I'm in my winter clothes here in Vegas. As the weather cools down, having a drink like that, having the old fashions, having the Manhattans made with the tequila. I mean, we have so many great cocktails that we do. Yeah. It's such a versatile thing. Tonight, I'll probably sit out by my fire pit with a cigar, grab one of my guitars, grab that extra Anejo. And I got to tell you, it's one of those great luxuries in life that you enjoy those special moments. And
absolutely.
And that's where we want people to smile. We want people to laugh when they say our name.
Yeah.
And we want them to really sit back and enjoy what we feel is one of the great artisan craft tequilas right now in the world. And like Alex said, we'll go up against anybody. We love other people's tequila, especially people making really good tequila.
Right.
We support them, and frankly, the community has really been supporting us, and we couldn't be happier.
Yeah. We I think to summarize what Rich just said, we want you to have a party and feel like we're at it. And
exactly.
And
that's my point.
Yeah.
You got to have some drinks. You got to have them with your friends. You got to have fun. You just have to do it.
Well, that's where our show came from. We started,
Yeah.
I said, I like talking about our products, blah, blah, blah. Let's do a show. And honey,
I like drinking.
And
them.
honey, I'm bringing you with me. So we started doing the show upstairs. Then we, got some cash, and we, not that anybody sponsored us, but we saved up some money. We redid our basement. Ta-da. And
it looks awesome.
And we had a friend of ours build this bar, and it's on wheels too, so it's awesome. But
the mobile set.
But our main goal is make sure that at the end of the day, someone could flip on a couple of drinks with the Clarks, learn a little bit about whether it be tequila or vodka or rum or whatever, have a few laughs, and maybe take them away from the stresses of their lives for a little bit, just to make their life a little bit better. That's pretty much what we do, and that's why we do what we do.
What a noble cause. What a noble.
We enjoy doing it, and it's one of those things. A friend of ours said to me, he goes, "What people don't understand is the show that you do is people are, if they come to your house, that's pretty much what they're gonna get."
Yeah.
This is true.
So we're not putting anything on. There may be, full disclosure, a few more expletives if you're here with us hanging out than on the show. But it's
I'm
pretty
here
much
to change
us.
all that.
Yeah.
Listen, I can swear with the best of them. He just doesn't let me on these
Oh
shows.
yeah. Honey, family show. Honey, family show.
I'm gonna be one of your new executive producers, and I'm gonna say, let it fly.
There you go.
Careful what you wish
agree.
for.
Hey, you know what?
Let her fly.
I mean, I would imagine that you guys had a lot of cocktail parties, and your friends always had a great time. And either y'all or somebody there said, "You guys should do a little," and that's the way this was birthed, because that's the way it feels. And it's my second time on with y'all, and you're a lot of fun. And we love that you love spirits, and as a whole, and we love that you love tequila, because I think you're really falling for tequila, and
we love number one. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
And Matt, I'll tell you, I've got a big wine background too. And Kim, my wife, and I were out in Napa a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
He said wine and his wife's name in the same sentence.
Yeah. Well, when we went out there, we probably hit 16 different wineries, and I'm friends with the owners and the winemakers, and we brought our extra Anejo with us wherever we went. By the second day, I was completely out of tequila, because the winemakers, anytime they can not drink wine and drink something else, and they're like, "I know who you are. We're drinking tequila, and then we'll drink wine." So wherever we went, we were drinking the extra. And so many of the winemakers are very familiar with our products.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anytime they get a chance to not drink cab or whatever, they're going to grab a beer or a tequila or something.
Yeah.
That's weird, because I only go for tequila.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that, sir.
Tequila.
Well, listen, gentlemen, we can't, two things. We can't thank you enough for this gorgeous, amazing bottle of tequila that is just, I can't wait to share it with some friends who appreciate it. And also doing the show. You guys are awesome. Alex, you're a two-time guest. You eventually, with something new, whenever you guys come out, you could be a three-peater. There's a couple of three-peaters out there.
I'm coming for them.
That's right.
And Rich, listen, we can't thank you enough, and to send us the stuff, and we'll send you guys out some old-fashioned syrup and have you guys.
I'd love it.
I've got your addresses. Hopefully, it makes it to you.
Yeah.
And
I got the other stuff.
We cannot stress enough how, if people want this for Christmas gifts,
they gotta get it.
You gotta
now.
get it now.
Yeah.
You gotta
Go to our website. Go to our website.
It's
Get it
worth
to you
every
directly.
penny. For all our tequila friends out there, and we have a lot of them. This is what you're going to get your husband, your wife, your father, your mother, all of them.
Yeah.
Or get them this, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Or get them that.
Yeah, any of these.
Yeah. You can't lose either way.
No.
Get it on our website.
Yeah, and honestly,
and I'm gonna go ahead and say something. I'm gonna let a little bit of a cat out of a bag.
Yeah,
when I'm on the Clarks for the third time, I'll reveal a little secret about 23 that you're going to be able to see in a limited edition, and something you've never seen from number one.
Oh wow!
And so we'll talk about that day.
Ooh!
And you know what?
Already.
You know what's funny about that is, what's awesome about that is, just now that I said that, in public, I know Rich on the other side is going, "Oh, I guess we're doing it."
So all I want to say is, Alex, you can get any time now, and It's exciting that we're doing it, and for you to just keep putting enjoyment out there about this industry. This shouldn't be stuffy. It should be very approachable.
Yeah.
And you should always have a smile on your face. We are talking spirits. We're talking fun. We're talking about affordable luxury. We're talking about enjoyment with your friends and your family. And this is what you do. And that's why I sent this to you, because I love the energy that you guys give. I love the passion. And that's one thing this world could use a little more of, is smiles and passion. So please keep doing what you're doing.
We certainly appreciate that.
Nice, Rich.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
I took my medicine today, so I'm much better.
I waited to take mine with the tequila. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, mix it with the alcohol.
It's my anniversary in the next 2 weeks, and what my wife tells me is this one in a million. After I've had a couple drinks, it makes me better looking. So whatever people are buying it for gifts, there's some magical powers in this. You might want to give it a try.
Yeah,
at least that's how I feel. I feel that I get better looking the more.
I like it. I've had a couple of these, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, damn, you handsome.
And I'm thinking the same thing.
Hey.
All right, we gotta go anyway.
Well,
listen, guys. We truly thank you so much. We thank you for bringing these beautiful products to the masses, and not so many masses. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the market, and even if you're not in the market, for a beautiful gift for the tequila lover,
you should gift this to yourself.
This is something you need to pull the trigger on. That's
and
for sure.
drink it. Don't let it taste too good.
When this arrived, I said to Patty, I go, well, obviously I can't sell it because they gave it to me.
He's totally joking.
I took the UPC off of it. You can't sell it.
That's right, yeah.
You're going to need a wax pot to resell.
And then I'm like, we've got to open it. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, we got to open it. We've got to. And,
I go, I'm scared. I'm too scared to open it.
Yeah. Well, I said, we'll get him on. We'll hopefully get him on the show, and we'll open it up. And I got
we made it for you guys, for people to enjoy. So we want people to enjoy it. And frankly, I was told when I was at Old Town last week that many people are buying two.
Wow.
One to open right away and one to put back up. And while I was there, one person ordered 4 bottles that he said that he's giving it to. It's a business, and he's giving it to his top producing salespeople for the year as a big holiday gift.
What a great
idea!
I'm thinking,
what a great gift! What a nice thing.
Yeah.
So I love hearing the stories about when people get it. They're posting it online and talking about, look what we got. We got one of the bottles. We've got number 303. We got number 410. It's just exciting.
I got number 3,000.
Well,
I know, right? Can you imagine?
Someone's gonna get it.
Oh my God! I got the last one.
Yeah.
I wished I could be in the room everywhere when someone opens it or they buy it for themselves, because it is pretty and you'll decide when you drink it, but it's a whole lot of our love right at you.
Yeah,
you can taste. You can taste. There's a lot of love in there for sure.
100%. And we, like I said, can't thank you enough, gentlemen. And this is one of the special things. We both still have some left. Cheers.
To the
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you.
Cheers, guys.
Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for taking care of us, coming on our show and putting out a just extraordinary product. It's phenomenal.
And look, you know what? You may regret it, but I have both your phone numbers and emails. So there's that.
All right.
Can you smell the restraining order?
All right.
Happy birthday,
anytime.
Thanks, guys.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. And listen, have a good night, and cheers to you and your family for the holidays.
I hope it warms up for you, Rich.
And drink responsibly. Drink responsibly, everybody. Only have one.
Cheers.